What is up, guys? Cardhawk here, and today we're here with another Digimon deck profile. Today we are going to go over the new Xiangpengmon deck from EX-06. So this is basically a revamped fish deck. It is a little bit faster, and there are a little bit more ways you can shove things into your source now. So it is quite different from the EX3 version of the build. So without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. So for the level 2s, we are running the Bukamon from BT7. So this one, I still think the memory gain is most useful. But if you want to run the Yokomon to place more sources on attack, you can. The problem I have with on attack effects right now is there's so many ace Digimon running around. Sometimes if you rely on your on attack effects, you might get countered, especially when your on attack effect is not a removal effect. So that's why I'm choosing to run less on attack effects over the on evolution effects and on play effects. So for the level 6s, we are running 4 of the Xiangpengmon. This is your main win con, so we're running 4. So it's got an on play and on evolution ability. So the ability is on play and on evolution, you can place up to 3 of your other blue Digimon as this card's in this card's source, and then return all other level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. For each card placed in this card's source by the ability, you can add 1 level to the effect that this card can return. So you return 3. If you shove 3 in the source, you can bounce a level 7, which is bounce all levels 7 below, which is pretty good. And yeah, the second effect is on your turn. Whenever a effect places a Digivolution card under this card's source, you can play a level 5 or lower Digimon with Aqua or Sea Animal in its traits from this Digimon source without paying its cost. So it lets you do some combos, so the effect obviously combos with itself, but we also have other ways to put cards into this source. So it works pretty well with itself, but it also obviously works really well with some of the new support, as well as some old support. Next, we are going to be running 2 Digimons, so you can use this after you're done using your Xiangpengmon. On evolution, you can play 1 blue level 3 Digimon from this card source, or 1 card with Digimon or Aqua or Sea Animal in its traits. And then for the second ability, it's during your opponent's turn, whenever your opponent plays a Digimon card, you can activate this card's when involving effects. So this does not have to be by effect. So if they hard cast something, you can also use the effect. So it's pretty good. And yeah, it's quite good. And you can combo it if you did evolve. Evolve on top of this one, you can call it back out. So it's pretty good. I might cut one of the Xiangpengmon out for another Digimon, so we're running 3-3. But 4-2 ratio is a bit safer if you're scared of breaking with Digimon. So we are running that for now. But actually, we are running some other level 6s. So next, we're also running 2 Plesiomons. So Plesiomon lets you play a level 3 blue Digimon or level 4 or lower Digimon with aquatic Sea Animal or Aqua Beast in its traits from its source. And then you can place 1 blue Digimon from your hand underneath this Digimon as its bottom evolution card. It's pretty good. And then the inherent ability, whenever you play a Digimon from the Digivolution source cards, you can return one of your opponent's Digimon with a level equal to the Digimon's level to the bottom of the opponent's deck. So it gives you a little bit of removal as well, which is really good. So I'm also... The ratio for level 6 is kind of up in the air right now. I think there's a lot of really good level 6s that you can run. But since you can manually shove this into the source with your abilities, I think 2 is okay. We are also going to be running 2 of the Xiangpengmon. This is just for your ace plays, since we're not really running that many ace Digimon in this deck. So we're running... Actually, for my build, this is the only one you can run. But I think some people are running the Zoodlemon. If you want to run the Zoodlemon, you can do that as well. But for our build, we're running the Xiangpengmon. So it's got Blast Evolution and on play and on evolution, you can de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon by 2. Then all your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer sources can't suspend until the end of turn. So it's really, really powerful effect. And when attacking, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer evolution sources. So you can pick your poison for the Ace Digimon. I'm just running this one because it is sort of related to the cards in the deck. But you can totally run something else if you want. But I feel like since you can pump out level 5s so easily from your sources, running a level 6 Ace is not too bad. And de-digivolve I still think is one of the more powerful pseudo removal abilities, and so Xiangpengmon is what I chose. But if you don't want to run Xiangpengmon, you can just run Digimon or Plesiomon if you want. So yeah, it's flexible. For the level 5s, we're running 4 of the new bird. So this is the bird from the new set. The name is Xiangpengmon. So its ability is you may play 1 blue level 3 Digimon card from one of your blue Digimon evolution sources without paying its cost. So it doesn't have to be this one. So if you play this out from the source, you can choose the one that you just came out of. So it combos pretty well with itself. And then her ability is by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this card evolution source, unsuspend. So it's kind of like it gives you extra attacks and stuff. So you can, if you pull a Digimon out to attack with rush, you can shove it back in to do your other thing later on. So yeah, it just drives really well with the deck, and it's just strong. Next, we're running 4 Water Digimon, so it's got on play and on evolution ability. You can pick one of your blue or purple Digimon and pull out one of its blue or purple evolution sources at level 3 below and play it for free. So we're running this one over the other Mega Digimon because the Mega Digimon is on attack, and as I explained before, we don't want to really run too many on attack abilities because you might get countered by your opponent's Ace Digimon, and so on play and on evolution is a little bit safer, especially if you can get rid of your opponent's Digimon on board and then safely rush them down afterwards. I think that's the game plan, and it is a little bit expensive though for cost, but we do have ways to kind of make it a little bit cheaper. And the inherent ability is pretty good as well. On both players' turn, whenever one of your Digimon is played by a card effect, then you can get 1 memory back. So it's decent. Next, we are running 4 of the Digimon from BT15. This one has Rush, and the inherit is Jamming. It's a very straightforward card, but the Rush really does help get you extra attacks in. So we're running 4 for that reason. But if you don't want to run this at 4, you can cut it down to 2 and run some options instead. That is definitely something that you can do. But I'm running 4 just because this is a more straightforward build for me. So running 4 of those. And next, we are also running 4 of the new bird. This is what's it called? Xiangpengmon. So this is also from EX5 or EX-06. And on play, you can draw 1. And if it's played from your source, you can get +1 memory, which will help you kind of reduce the cost of the Maru Digimon a bit. It would just be a standard 3 cost if you do that. And the inherit is also jamming. So jamming is just good, especially since Bukamon is limited to 1. So having these jamming is good. Next, we're also running 4 of the promo Digimon. So this is the promo Digimon. On play and on evolution, you can choose one of, at everyone's turn, you can choose one of your blue Digimon, and it cannot be deleted by battle. So this is pretty good, but we're actually mainly using it for the inherit ability, which is on your turn. Once per turn, whenever one of your other Digimon is played by an effect, you can choose one of your blue Digimon and it gets Rush. Next, going on to the level 3s, we are running 4 of the Crabmon. This one on play lets you give one blue Digimon jamming. And then if this card is placed from the source, you can put a card from your hand to one of your sources, bottom sources. that's level 5 or below. You have to put a level 5 or below for the source. So you can't put Xiangpengmon. But it's still pretty good because it lets you put in a lot of targets, like Fire Digimons or the other bird. Same with the Penguinmon. So Penguinmon on play lets you put a level 3 or a aquatic type card from your hand to the source, and afterwards you can draw one. So Penguin is pretty good. Penguin's from BT11, so this is one of the newer cards that we haven't seen in the EX3 version of the build. And we're also running 4 of the Gomamon. If this card's placed from source, draw 2, so it's very free for ability, quite good. You know, some people like running the Ukomon as well, but I think in this deck, Ukomon isn't really needed because a lot of effects require you to play a level 3 blue Digimon. So Ukomon is not that, but we have a lot of good options in here to do it as well, so not too big a problem. So next we are running Tamers, running 2 Tamers, running 2 Davis. So this is just here for memory setting as well as some search power. We're running 2 Sorai. So Sorai combos really well with the Bikemon. It also slows down your opponent's source plays, and yeah, it's pretty good because it also hinders Demon Lord decks right now. So running 2 of those. If you don't want to run this, or you don't want to run, sorry, if you don't want to run Ice Ball, you can run another Sorai if you want. But I think Ice Ball has its uses as well. There's a lot of decks that do a lot of attacks in turn. So the Ice Ball will definitely slow them down a bit, and it just lets you build up your field. So running 1 Ice Ball. Next we are going to be running 3 of the Blue Memory Boost. So Blue Memory Boost is here. This can definitely be a training instead, but I don't have enough trainings for all my blue decks, so we're running Blue Memory Boost for this build. It works as a fine substitute, but if you want to run the training instead, that works fine. But if you want to run a mix, you can definitely do that. As I mentioned before, some of the level 4s you can cut down 2, and you can run 2 Blue Memory Boosts and 2 trainings, and then the rest can stay the same. So yeah, I do think actually the mix of Blue Memory Boosts and trainings is beneficial for this deck, just because there's a lot of things that you can do, like hard casting some of your level 3s that you can use with Memory Boost where you can't with training. You don't hard cast your Gomamon, but Penguinmon can be hard casted, and that will help you out with some of your plays. So yeah, that is just my opinion though. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a really fun deck. It does require a lot of pieces for the deck to run smoothly, so if you're missing something, the deck just kind of falls apart, which is why, you know, running Memory Boost and training helps. Memory Boost also lets you search top 4 instead of top 2, so it gives you a wider range for searches as well, and it's also why we're running Davis instead of something else. But yeah, anyway, that is pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to use the affiliate links down below. And I apologize for the gap in videos recently. I'm still kind of sick. I've been sick for like half a month now from like different illnesses, so I'm not doing well. I'm not sure if you can hear it from my voice, but yeah, it's been a bit rough. But yeah, we're back with this one, and next week BT17 will drop, so hopefully by then I will be all better. And I think we're done with most of the decks from from EX-06. I'm not doing the updated Digimon deck because I want to wait for the BT17 stuff, and I guess we're just missing the Xiangpengmon deck, which I am still playing around with, but I don't really have too much time with that one. But I think that's the only one we're missing from EX-06. From BT16, I'm still missing the D Brigade, but I'm not sure if anybody actually wants to watch that. I I guess we're also missing sort of a Alliance deck, but they've been releasing support for Alliance in BT17 as well, so I might wait until that all comes out. But that is pretty much it for this deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Kartaku, and I'll see you guys next time.